Welcome language learners from all around the globe to Listen Up, the podcast that takes you on a captivating voyage through the English language. Whether you've just started your journey or have been navigating the intricacies of English for some time, this podcast is designed to be your trusty compass, guiding you towards fluency and unlocking the wonders of English. I'm your host, Karen, a passionate traveller and an experienced teacher of English as a second language. Join me as we embark on an exciting expedition filled with British history read by a native speaker. Together, we'll conquer the challenges and celebrate the victories of learning English as a foreign language. Each episode of Listen Up will immerse you in a variety of topics, from aspects of British culture, history, and literature. We'll explore useful vocabulary that will empower you to communicate confidently in English. If you want to read along with the podcast, head to my website www.onepawinthesand.com/ESL. The link is in the description. But this podcast isn't just about learning English in isolation. It's about building a community of language learners, supporting one another, and fostering a love of the English language. I encourage you to engage with us through my Patreon page, where you can connect with fellow learners, ask questions, and share your own language journey. So, whether you're sipping tea in Tokyo, walking the streets in Sao Paulo, or studying in a bustling cafe in Berlin, Listen Up is here to accompany you on your quest for English fluency. Join me as we embark on this transformative expedition, where language becomes an adventure and your dreams of effective communication become a reality. Today's episode is called Boating Hero. The Forfarshire, a steamer sailing in the early 19th century, found itself in the midst of a terrifying storm off the rugged coast of Northumberland in 1838. This maritime disaster would go down in history as a story of both unimaginable tragedy and remarkable heroism. The Forfarshire, a paddle steamer, was no stranger to the unforgiving waters of the North Sea. On September 5th, 1838, it set sail from Hull, England, bound for Dundee, Scotland, with 63 passengers and crew members on board. Little did they know that the next day would bring a trial of unimaginable proportions. As the Forfarshire chugged along the Northumberland coast, it encountered a fierce storm of unprecedented ferocity. Hurricane-force winds and tumultuous waves battled the vessel, leaving it perilously close to destruction. The ship's engines faltered, and the crew struggled in vain to control their vessel. Desperation soon gripped everyone on board as they realized the gravity of their situation. In the early hours of this day, 7th of September, 1838, the inevitable happened. The Forfarshire ran aground on the rocky outcrop of the Farne Islands, just off the coast of Northumberland. The impact was catastrophic, tearing a hole in the ship's hull and rendering the engines inoperable. Stranded on the rugged, isolated rocks, the passenger and crew faced an uncertain and terrifying future. The situation on board the Forfarshire quickly descended into chaos. Passengers and crew struggled to maintain order amidst the mounting panic. In the midst of this turmoil, a hero emerged: Grace Darling. Grace Darling, the lighthouse keeper's daughter, witnessed the stranding of the boat from her home on Longstone Island. Recognizing the urgency of the situation, she and her father, William Darling, made the courageous decision to launch their small rowboat into the treacherous sea, braving the raging storm to reach the stranded ship. The Darling's daring rescue mission would ultimately save 9 passengers and 4 crew members. Their heroic efforts in the face of overwhelming odds captured the hearts of the British public and turned Grace Darling into a national heroine. Although the Darling's brave actions saved several lives, the Forfarshire tragedy was still marked by a heavy loss. Many passengers and crew members perished in the storm or succumbed to the cold, unforgiving sea. The tragedy served as a sobering reminder of the dangers faced by those who sailed the perilous waters of the North Sea in the 19th century. The Forfarshire's tragedy serves as a poignant chapter in maritime history, a story of both profound loss and extraordinary bravery. It is a reminder that even amidst the harshest of storms, there can be moments of heroism that illuminate the darkness and inspire us all. And that wraps up another episode of Listen Up. I hope you enjoyed learning about my topic today and practicing your English. Remember, the exploration doesn't have to end here. If you have any lingering questions or want to continue the conversation, I've got some great opportunities for you. First off, I offer private lessons for those of you eager to expand your knowledge further, whether it's practicing today's subject or exploring other topics. I'm here to guide you on your English journey. Reach out to me through my website or social media platforms, and let's embark on a personalised learning experience together. I have been involved with training people for more than 10 years. I've been teaching English as a second language for over a year, in which time I have taught over 500 students, many of whom are regulars. But wait, there's more! If you're a devoted fan of Listen Up and want to show your support, consider joining our Patreon community. Your contribution directly helps us bring you more episodes and maintain the quality of our show. Your support truly means the world to me, and we couldn't continue this podcast without you. So whether you choose private lessons or Patreon, or both, I look forward to staying connected and exploring the fascinating realms of English as a second language together. Thank you once again for joining us on Listen Up. Until next time, keep practicing.